The Rhubarb Radio Business Review with WakefieldFirst.com.
So Dave Adams here on the Business Review here on Rhubarb Radio this afternoon, and I'm with Jeanette Morgan, who is the owner of I Can Do It VA Services. I love the name, Jeanette. Welcome to Rhubarb Radio.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Want to talk about your business, want to talk about the services you offer, which is so important for so many people who may be thinking about setting up their own business or indeed have already set up their own business. So tell us a little bit about what does VA services mean?
So VA services is virtual assistant. So we're not a virtual assistant such as Alexa. We're not a robot. We are a person. And we're here as a personal assistant, but as opposed to being someone who works in your office where you have to provide office space, computers, equipment, we actually work from home, from our own offices. We have all our own equipment, but we're there to do the jobs that you would normally pass to a personal assistant.
Okay, right. So let's get more of a flavour of what those services are.
So the services that I particularly offer really are all around Microsoft Office. So all things Microsoft Office, anything from copy typing, typing up a set of minutes, creating documents, editing documents, formatting, spreadsheets. If you really hate spreadsheets, as I know a lot of people do,
Oh, yes.
then I'm your person. Adding formulas, setting up templates so that all you need to do in the future is just add in figures and it will do all your calculations for you.
Which is brilliant. And of course, we are working together, Rhubarb Radio and I Can Do It VA Services, on a project at the moment where you've helped us with a mail shot that we're doing in putting a database together. That's another area of expertise, isn't it?
That's right, yes. So again, it can be anything from editing an existing database you have and updating it, or in the case of, as I did with Rhubarb Radio, then I actually created the database. So I actually found the contacts, did some research through the internet, actually contacting the companies and actually building that database from scratch.
Can I just say how invaluable that was? Because you can imagine putting a database together, and it was quite a big database that we did, takes a lot of time, a lot of phone calls, a lot of information. And Jeanette and the team just did it for us and supported us, which is just brilliant. So Jeanette, when you look at where we are now with everything that's going on in the world, unfortunately, so many people are losing their jobs. So many people are thinking, maybe a life change. I've worked at home over the past 4 months. I like this. I want to start my own business. You can really help them to get it off the ground, can't you?
That's right. We can work with people looking at their actual business setup. Obviously, I went through the process myself in setting up my own business, which was at the beginning of the year. So looking at the things you need to get in place, anything from getting quotes for your insurance, looking at advertising, looking at the free opportunities, the networking opportunities, and all the processes that you need in place to start that business. If it's a business that is more established, then we can look at helping to get those processes streamlined so that you've got simple, easy systems there to use that are beneficial to you and get you as much time back as you can, so that you can actually spend the time doing the things that you enjoy and the things that are important to your business.
Absolutely. And so what made you decide to set up your business at the beginning of the year then?
Really, it was because although it was pre-COVID, then I was one of the unfortunate people that my employment came to an end. I was actually out of work. I started looking around for new jobs. One of the things for me was I had been travelling sort of 50 miles a day each way to work, and I'd done that for over 16 years. And actually, when I was no longer working, then it was actually, do I really want to go back to that hustle and bustle and that journey every day? And realistically, no, I didn't. And so it was then, well, what can I do from home? And I actually spent some time actually looking at my own skills, what work I had done in the past, what I enjoy doing. So all the things I enjoy doing is helping other people. I enjoy the administration. I love computer work, I'm the first to admit. And so it was building up, well, looking at the skills I've got and what I enjoy doing, what business fits into that. And the VA business was just there. It seemed advantageous.
And let's just look at, where are we? 8 months on? Yeah, 8 months on. You've not looked back?
Yep.
No?
Not at all.
Yes.
No.
You're loving
definitely the right thing for me to do. Yes.
Which makes a lot of people think, well, maybe this is the time. And I think a lot of people are thinking, maybe this is the time. And Jeanette there is to support you and your business, whether it be a new business or whether it be established. So we're going to talk more to Jeanette shortly.
The Rhubarb Radio Business Review with WakefieldFirst.com.
So Dave Adams here on the Business Review here on Rhubarb Radio this afternoon, and I'm with Jeanette Morgan, who is the owner of I Can Do It VA Services. I think we're beginning to understand what I Can Do It means and how you help businesses. But what type of clients are you looking for?
So the clients that I really sort of tend to work with are the small, medium enterprise businesses, the private consultants, the local tradesmen, who have their own business, they have their own target that they need to do, they have their own field of expertise, but they can't run their businesses without all the admin work. And they're not necessarily big enough to employ lots of staff to do that for them, but actually they're spending so much time doing that themselves that they haven't got the time to do the job that they should be doing. The advantage of working with a virtual assistant is that we're not an employee, we are our own business, but we're there to help you. And the big advantage is you don't have any worries about employment law, you've no employee costs, you pay us for the hours that we work and the jobs that we do for you and nothing more. That's one of the big advantages. We look after all our own holidays, employment costs in terms of tax, national insurance. You don't have any of those worries. In today's climate, then that's quite an important factor, I believe, for the smaller businesses.
Absolutely. It's a win-win, is what I'm going to say. It's a win-win because there's all the benefits and none of the disadvantages, or indeed the costs, which is what it's about. So areas, geographical areas, where are you looking for those businesses to be based?
At the moment, most of the clients I'm working with are local. However, the advantage of being a virtual assistant is I can work anywhere in the country.
True.
I can work anywhere in the world, realistically. Predominantly the UK is an easier area to work in because then you're working within UK law. If you start to look overseas, then there are additional laws and things to look into there.
Of course.
But really anywhere within the UK.
Yeah, and particularly, obviously, for us, it's the Wakefield district and around the Leeds area, because that's where you're based in the Wakefield area. So I suppose that's a great starting point for businesses that you can offer virtual service in terms of either via Zoom, but I'm sure you could do face-to-face if you needed to, socially distance, of course.
That's right, yes. So just as we did ourselves.
Yes, we did.
As part of the project that I was working on with you, then yes, face-to-face is not a problem within a reasonable travelling distance.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy to meet up with clients and do face-to-face meetings, as you say, obviously all socially distanced. But again, minute taking is one of the things that I've done quite a bit of. And again, if you've got an important meeting, then I would be happy to come along. Yeah, I can go along to those meetings and do minute taking.
Absolutely. So honestly, it is, from our experience with Jeanette and her team, it is a wonderful opportunity to work with a company that takes the headache out of organising your admin, your business services, everything to do with sales and marketing as well. It's all in there for Jeanette to support you, which is why the name I Can Do It fits perfectly. And is that why you chose it then, Jeanette?
Very much so, yes. It was a long, hard choice, and I came up with lots of ideas. But I wanted something that really expressed what I believed in, what I can do for people. And it is very much whatever challenge that people throw at me, then I can do that challenge.
Absolutely.
And I will find a way to to do that challenge.
The challenge is there, everybody. So if you're thinking of setting up your own business, or indeed have your own business, then challenge Jeanette. I Can Do It VA Services. Challenge Jeanette and find out more about all the services that she offers and her team offers, and how they can help you to take your business forward. So Jeanette, give us some information in terms of how people can contact you.
So you can contact me through my website, which is icandoitvaservices.com. I also have a Facebook page for the consultants and people who are on LinkedIn. You can contact me through LinkedIn also. And I also am contactable by phone. And the phone number is 07711 933 457.
Brilliant. Okay. So the last question I'm going to ask you, and I mentioned earlier, you've now been running your business for 8 months. What would you say to people who are now out there thinking, I could do my own business now. This is the time to do it, and Jeanette could help me. What would you say to people that are thinking about starting their own business?
Bite the bullet and go for it.
Absolutely. Jeanette, thanks ever so much for coming on to the Business Review here on Rhubarb Radio. It's great that we're working together. You're going to see some of the fruits of the labour of the team of I Can Do It VA Services on Rhubarb Radio with everything we're doing, and the partnership is a great partnership. I think you should be looking at a partnership with your business and Jeanette and her team. Jeanette, thanks once again very much, and all the best to you.
Thanks very much, guys.
The Rhubarb Radio Business Review with WakefieldFirst.com.
Here to promote the Wakefield District as a vibrant, dynamic and competitive region with global aspirations. For more information, visit WakefieldFirst.com.